Well, guys, it is time to talk about some fat. And I want to talk about fat because you guys are obsessed and consumed by fat. Not wanting to eat fat and wanting to lose fat. It's really sickening. And if I see television programs that are like, oh my God, that's so greasy. Ew, you're going to get fat. You're going to have a heart attack. So that's what I want to talk to you guys about today. Not the fact that I have incredible, bountiful, and plentiful energy. No. I'm going to talk to you guys about fat and the importance of fat on the ketogenic diet, or as I call it, the non-BS diet, because to get into a state of ketosis, you can't BS around. It's not an easy thing to do. It's like becoming this sort of subculture underground movement of people obsessed with losing weight, and they find keto, and it drives me banana knonkers. It's just, I don't understand. Y'all are sick. You're depressed. You got ADD. You got bills. That's reality, right? Reality isn't about shedding a couple of pounds. What about the dysbiosis, right? What about the dysbiosis affecting your face, affecting your mood, affecting your sex drive, affecting your well-being and self-perception? Nobody cares about that. They just care about a couple of lbs. It just drives me nuts. And you could think, yeah, but Stephanie, you don't have a couple of extra lbs, so that's the reason why. No, because I worked hard to get this body. Your body is a reflection of who you are, how you think. Your body is a reflection of your mind. It's a reflection of your personality. And I said that a lot in the beginning videos, and it stands true today. Yes. I will do whatever it takes. I'll eat dirt out of the ground. I don't care. I only care about being young, strong, emotionally balanced, and ready for life. Because time goes by like, what? Plenty! And now you're middle-aged, and now you're old, and now you've got arthritis, and you've got this, and you've got that. How many people this week that I've spoken to who are on high blood medication who are younger than me? Oh my goodness. All right, fat. So fat is the primary nutrient that you need to consider when you're doing the non-BS frickin' diet, lifestyle, whatevers. And if you don't get in enough fat, you will not keto adapt. So listen to me and listen to me well. You cannot keto adapt on flax oil, macadamia nut oil, any seed oil, avocado oil, olive oil, or even coconut oil. The very amazeballs touted saturated fat with lauric acid, which is so amazing. No, you need animal fat. For the vegetarians out there, you got to start making your mind up, because you need a lot of animal fat, and y'all are putting too much coconut oil, which is a medium chain triglyceride. Yes, broken down into 3 fatty acid profiles, but it doesn't have the percentages that animal fat has. Because in the wild, we would not, as hunter-gatherers, we would not be eating a bunch of coconut oil. So remember that. There's a reason why you guys got some stomach aches from the old MCT oil, coconut oil. Your body's not used to that fatty acid profile, the caprylic and capric acid, and so some of you get little stomach discomfort. And if you've got any low stomach acid levels or any digestive enzyme issues, you might have even more of a difficulty digesting the coconut. If you have a coconut allergy, you might have a difficult time digesting that coconut. And then what you're going to do? Eat a bunch of olive oil that oxidizes quickly and can go rancid? No. You want to look for duck fat? Yes! I love this website. It's so smart. Darn it, I should have thought of it myself, called Fat Works. One word. Awesome. They sell fat, animal fat, in jars. Fantabulosity. Yes. lard, beef tallow, duck fat, amazeballs. Take that, put a spoon in it, stick it in your mouth, and do not complain that you don't like the taste, the texture, whatever, the color, whatever. Actually, it looks quite amazing, but people are so picky. They'd rather have the pizza and their chips because that's more appealing. When did that happen? That people are emailing me saying, you don't have a lot of choices on a ketogenic protocol. And I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? You have all the choices of real food, not genetically modified fruit. The Frankenstein fruit, yes. Yes. Fruits are not sweet in the wild. Bugs attack them. That's why we use pesticides. Vegetation wants to survive just like we do. And we have been hybridizing species of plants for thousands of years to be more palatable for our addiction. I'm just saying. All right. Yes, I am a self-proclaimed smart-ass dork. But the reality is you cannot keto adapt on olive oil. Yes, get some egg yolks. You have histamine intolerance. Get some goose fat, duck fat. You have an allergen. You have a milk protein even sensitivity to ghee and butter. Then get some lard and get some beef tallow, because you will not have a histamine intolerance reaction to the pure animal fat. So what I've come to understand is that people are afraid of heart attacks. They're afraid of getting fat on fat. Now listen to me and listen to me again very well. Our cells have insulin receptor sites, not monosaturated and polyreceptor sites, the hands that pull things or absorb things into cells. So when you eat a carbohydrate, it can so easily enter the bloodstream, it can easily enter the bloodstream via your small intestine, but it is so easily stored, what I meant, as fat. Yes, it is stored as fat through that little hand, that little catcher's mitt that's going to take that glucose, this very toxic, past 1 teaspoon per meal, and anything beyond that becomes more than what the body is capable to do in a sort of calm state. You know, you match insulin with the same amount of insulin to the same amount of carbohydrate in the blood. And once you start getting more carbohydrate in the blood, then the body just overshoots insulin to take it all out. And then it goes into the cells via that hand called an insulin receptor site. And that's why we get fat on carbs. We don't have that fat for fat. No. So what? Piece of bread? What's that? Gonna hit your blood in what? 30 minutes? Especially the more processed it is. What about juice? Boom! 10 minutes? 5? It's going to go very, very quickly. So the more processed your carbohydrate is, your sugars are, they're going to get into your bloodstream. You're going to get a slam at the speed and the volume of glucose within the bloodstream, and the body's like freaking out. Oh, I've got 2 hours to get it out. We're going to have neuropathy. We're going to have organ issues. We're going to have glycation. We're going to have advanced glycation end products. So let's push it into the fat cell fast. Because we can't poop or pee it out that fast, so it's got to go somewhere, as I've mentioned in other videos. And yes, I think it was this girl named Maria. Yeah, it was you. I was talking about you. Because what you don't some of you guys don't understand is that new people jump on channels, or my channel, of course. They jump on my videos and they'll see for the first time. Because I put up daily videos. They don't always go through all of them. So it's very importante. Okay? De veldet viktigt. 2, it is very important to reiterate the most important things over and over and over. And as long as I keep getting those same redundant questions, I will say the same redundant things in the videos. because this is not rocket science. On the one hand, physiology is like you keep unboxing and unboxing the sarcophagus, and it's just infinite. It keeps going and going. There's so much that we need to learn. But at the same time, the reason why you getting fat is not because you eating fat. You getting fat when you try keto, where you're not really getting fat. You're gaining a few lbs because of a few different metabolic processes, like a redistribution of water, because your kidneys kind of do this a little bit at the beginning. Pee it out, redistribute. Yes. Another thing that happens is your metabolism that was already slow because you guys are eating too little calories, and to maintain, keep getting women over and over and over again who are doing 1,300, 1,200 calories a day to maintain 20 more pounds than I do, and they're an inch shorter. It just doesn't make any sense. Their body's gone into starvation mode, which you need to Google because a lot of you have it. The lower you go in your calories, the more fat you become when it comes to your body fat percentage. Not your weight on the scale, but your body fat percentage. So, let's get more deep into the fats. I said eat animal fat. How do you do it? Take some butter and take a little square, stick it in your mouth. Ew! Alright, put it into a tea, an herbal tea with no caffeine. Put it into your bone broth soup. Yes! You could do a shake that has no protein, disgusting ass, vegetarian, whey, garbage, soupy, bleh, processed, whatever, that raises blood glucose? No. And gives you too much protein? Yes, that's BS. What you want to do is use raw pastured eggs or use Great Lakes gelatin as your protein. You want to see what it is? Freaking fantastic. Fantastic-bommy. I've shown it in other videos, and a lot of people are using this powdered gelatin that has, I believe it has, I think this has got 11 grams of protein, okay, that does not have an insulinogenic effect. It's from collagen, 11 grams of protein per 2 tablespoons. So, you stick 2 tablespoons of it in coconut milk, pour out the water, put some cow stevia with no maltodextrin, spinach or avocado, some MCT oil, some butter, and throw that in there, blend it, whip it, whip, 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 put a little Himalayan salt. We need that magnesium and some minerals there, and that could be a shake as an emergency, not as a primary meal, unless you guys have shift work jobs and you can't eat at the job. And avocados to blend up as a fat, but or avocado oil. But remember, your main fats are going to be protein. Darn it! From an animal. Your main fats are going to be from animal fats, and then you can start going down the list to mono. And I really don't prescribe poly because we get poly in our animal fats. But with that said, because I am definitely rambling, you guys want to consider the fact that you need to learn more about LDLs, total cholesterol, triglycerides, the percentages, how total cholesterol can be subjective because we want high HDLs. We want low triglycerides. And we want good LDLs. Yes, there is a good LDL because we need low density lipoproteins that are taxicabs from the liver. They're going to take cholesterol and drive it to the inflammation so cholesterol can go do and fix its job. Because believe it or not, we produce 75% of our own cholesterol in our body. Now, why would Mother Nature be so stupid as to, as I've said before, produce 75% of what they say is going to give us a heart attack? How does that make sense? And how does it make sense in the wild that we ate fatty meats like the brain and the eyes and the tongue and the organs, and because it has the fat-soluble vitamins and the muscle does not? And if you eat a lot of lean meat without having your vitamins and minerals, you would get sick. Simple concept. Not that complicated, people.